Hi guys, so I'm just going to do this quick video. I've actually been requested this video. So I've actually just been asked to show how to open a standard Game Boy Color. This obviously ranges across all the models: Game Boy Color, Advanced, original Game Boys, Game Boy Pockets. I haven't actually really... I have opened my SP, but I can't remember, so I'm not going to say those ones as well. Obviously, this is the way I open all my Game Boy Colors. This one I needed to open anyway. It's got batteries in, as you can see. I know they work. I've tested them on the other ones, and this one doesn't seem to turn on. It's not... it's intermittent, so I just want to see if there's something with one of the connectors. So I'll show you how to open this anyway. So first things first, you want to take the back off. I always leave it to the side there because then you can put the screws in it. You need to take your batteries out because these will actually kind of prevent you undoing everything. So put them to one side. The only two items you will need to undo a Game Boy like this is two different screwdrivers, which these are mine. So this is a 3-point screwdriver, which is a Nintendo screwdriver. I'll leave links to these if you need these kind of screwdrivers in the description below. It would just be on eBay, but at least you know what ones you're getting. Also, this is just a normal Phillips screwdriver. This is a number 1. So, first of all these screws here, and there's 2 inside, all these screws here, sorry, and there's 2 inside here, should be the 3-point. Unless someone's already technically opened the Game Boy, sometimes they change them to Phillips screws just to make it easier, I guess. But this way it's better if you've got all the 3 points. So obviously you just undo these. You do have to put a reasonable amount of pressure. And all my screwdrivers are, as you can see, magnetic, because I agree with taking each screw out like this. There are some people that you see that seem to undo all the screws and then bang them on their console on a hard surface to basically get all their screws out. I don't run with this method, mainly because you run the risk of breaking something inside. There we go. See, sometimes it just takes a minute just to catch them. I said there is 6 out here, but I said I always put them in here because then you know exactly where they are. And some are just easier. I probably have opened. These are my Game Boys and I've had them for a while, so I'm gonna say that I have more than likely opened them in the past. But yeah, you can clean the console completely if you choose to do so. If I clean a console, I use rubbing alcohol, and the closest to 100% you can get is the best. Again, I will leave links to that in the description below if you want to get that. Again, I got mine off Amazon, but you can get it off of Amazon, eBay, etc. It's the best places to kind of get it. The closer to 100% is just better because it's closest to, obviously, the alcohol rating, which also means that it will clean better. It also basically doesn't corrode the pins, and also obviously you do use it with Q-tips and wipe it off. You don't want to leave any kind of watery substance on there, but it is the best one to actually use, to be honest. So now we've undone all of this, we'll be taking this back off. So first things to know is these ones here are attached to the side of the console. These ones here are attached to the motherboard inside. So it's perfectly fine taking it off. Just be a bit careful, give it a bit of a wiggle, and it comes off perfectly. So if you're doing a really deep thorough clean, you can take this off. So these are 4 Phillips screws, and you can just take them off and give that a clean. Sometimes it's worth giving it a clean because they do get dirty. We put the carts in and out, but we put that to one side. So this is what a motherboard looks like on a Game Boy Color inside. Most of the times, if you're replacing anything, you're going to be replacing this part, which is your speaker. I just did that on another Game Boy, which is perfectly working fine now. So first of all, the things to take out of here when you want to get to this side. So first things first, I normally take this out, which is the infrared little bar. It just pops out, it's perfectly fine, so we'll just put that to one side. Second thing is you want to take this bit out, which is your on and off switch. You just don't want to be losing that, so that just pops off again. So just put it to the side. And now you want your Phillips screwdriver, as you have 3 screws there, there, and over here. And these ones just need to come out again. So you have to normally put a reasonable amount of pressure to them, but they are quite a bit smaller than the other screws we were just taking out, and they do normally come out quite well and quite easily, to be honest. So right, so next, and the really important bit is, once you've taken those 3 screws out, is up the top here you have kind of like this wire here. I call it a wire, but this bit here, this is obviously very important. If you break this, your screen won't work. So as you can see, you've got 2 little black bits either end, so you just use, I can use my fingernail, but if you've got like a smaller screwdriver, you can just pop them up, as you can see, but I just normally use my fingernail. You can use your fingernail if it's strong enough. I'm not left-handed, so normally I do this differently. There we go. So just check these before you try and get this out, because sometimes these do go back down. So then all I normally do is get my screwdriver, put it under here, I gently roll it. You can see it just pops out like that. So once that's done, you have disconnected everything from basically the motherboard to this side. So you can just lift this bit, this is the bit I normally touch, and you can take this out. So this is what the front side will look like as well. I really enjoy looking at these, to be honest. But obviously that's your original speaker at the front. These do tend to go, and on this one it has actually gone. I need to replace this, but I need to order another one of these. Again, I can leave a link down below to a place where I got my last speaker from, which is actually really good, works perfectly. So in case anyone's looking for them, so this I normally just put to one side, so we'll put this over here. So now you've obviously got into this bit, and this, as I said, this is just how to get into everything. So you can take all this apart. As you can see, they get quite dirty there. I am actually pushing up from the bottom as well, because it's just better. People will just bang it, and again, I don't warrant that. So this does need a clean. This is one I got from a boot sale. Let's put these over here. So yeah, these are your A and B buttons, and if you're worried about getting these in the wrong place on the way when you put it back together, you actually can't really. As you can see, they have specific little dinks in them, and so does this, so you physically can't get the A and B button in the wrong place. So we'll put these to one side over here, and this is your start and select button. They just pop out. So the most nerve-wracking bit, even that I kind of find, is obviously you can't get this, you don't want to get this screen out. This screen is stuck into place, and you don't want to remove that. But you might want to get this out. Maybe your screen isn't working properly and you want to replace the screen, which is fine. So the method that I have obviously learned and gone with is kind of like you hold alternative ends like this, and you push, and you do this on both sides, as you can see. And as you can see, as you're doing that, it pops up. And what you can do is you can just get, I've got long fingernails, so I tend to get my fingernail under there. But you can actually get something under there that's not going to scratch the screen, because you don't want it to scratch the screen. There we go. And you can just get this out really carefully. I wouldn't recommend putting like anything on here unless you're trying to repair it, in the sense of it's got screen burn on it. I would keep this, I normally keep this face down on my bed when I do this, because my bed has got soft material, so it keeps the screen perfectly fine, and then this bit's not getting damaged as well. And then everything's out of here. And what you can actually do is you can clean this. I will say, when you're cleaning, all the bits I personally would put in hot water to clean, or you could use the rubbing alcohol, that I use as well, because I use that on bits here. The only thing I wouldn't personally suggest putting in is this bit, and that's because this will more likely peel off, as well as, obviously this one doesn't have one, but this one does. You've got like serial numbers there. That will more likely peel off as well, just because hot water, and that's what it does. An additional is, if you ever need to get this out because, say, someone's left batteries in and it's corroded, then you can pretty much turn it round upside down and get something sharp and heavy and just push that bit out there, and it pushes out. And that change is actually really easy to do, and actually really cheap. Most of the parts for Game Boys at the moment are incredibly cheap. As I said though, if you wanted to remove this bit, you could. I said it's just for double A's, 4 Phillips, and just take it out, give it a clean. Again, if you're cleaning the whole thing, you might as well take this out. Everything kind of only fits back together in one way, so yeah. But that's how you take a Game Boy Color completely apart, and that's including, actually I'll put it away, that's including the actual screen itself. But let me know what you think in the comments below. If you've got any questions that you just want to ask, then feel free. I said I do basic repairs on consoles, so obviously I'm not going to hold my hands up and say that I'm amazing, because as I said, it is basic repairs, as of what I've kind of learned over the years. But yeah, if you've got any questions and I can help you or answer them, or even lead you to somebody that can answer them, then I certainly will. But yeah, so leave me a comment down below. Don't forget to like this video if this video helped you, or anything of the sort. But thanks very much for watching, guys, and I will see you guys next time. So bye.